What's up guys, Houndish here, and today we have some Destiny 2 news and updates. And this week, of course, we got the mid-season patch. And here, Bungie identifies some issues with the update. Yes, there are bugs. Surprise, surprise. They also give an update on the bugged season finale reward. That's a different bug to the other bugs. And we got a new mission this week which drops an exotic, or perhaps not. So we'll cover that stuff, and then we'll talk about Guardian Games, and we now have a better look at the new weapon reward, some cosmetics and objectives. And on top of that, interestingly, Bungie have officially spoken about a recent leak for Season 21 and Year 6 content. And this not only confirms the leak as real, pretty much, but it also identifies a community member as the source for the leak, coming out of a Bungie summit, which is a pretty wild turn of events. So we'll cover what we know about that and a couple of other things in the video. So as always guys, I hope you enjoy this one today, and if you do, a rating below really does help us out on the channel. But without further delay, let's get into it. And so initially, following the update yesterday, Bungie Help have said they're investigating issues causing temporary suspensions in Crucible and Gambit. So by the looks of things, some players are getting suspensions when they perhaps shouldn't be, and it's something Bungie are pursuing right now. Let us know if you've been affected by that. But additionally, Bungie have said they're currently investigating an issue causing players who previously acquired the Brazen Spark ship to be blocked from completing the Last Will and Testament quest. And this refers to the new season quest, I guess it's the season finale, which is a new quest we unlocked this week, where we jump into a mission called Retribution. We won't get into too much spoiler territory right here, but the Brazen Spark exotic ship is supposed to be a reward for completing this quest. But it turns out there's a bug where players have been able to access that ship by resetting their rank at the helm. And the helm reset was actually supposed to drop a different reward, but has been bugged since the start of the season and has been dropping the Brazen Spark ship. So for players who've already reset their rank at the helm, they're actually unable to finish the final step of the new quest. So a pretty weird one right there, but hopefully something that Bungie will sort out soon. And give us your thoughts on the new mission. I would assume that this is the final beat for the story for Season of Defiance, although we'll simply have to wait and see. In other news though, and other bugs, Bungie say players should avoid increasing a weapon's enhancement tier while actively modifying that weapon at the relic on Mars, as if a player does increase the tier and commits to a reshape, the new tier will be lost. So to avoid this, players can enhance and reselect the weapon for modification to maintain the enhancement tier. So bit of a bug with weapon enhancement right there. And it's worth being aware of what Bungie have said related to that. But I'll keep you posted if Bungie give any further updates. Otherwise, we did get patch notes for the update yesterday, which I covered in a separate video, so if you've missed any of those and want to check them out, I'll link that video down below. But with the update, Bungie have also loaded in the content for Guardian Games, which is the upcoming season event starting at the beginning of May. And one interesting element for this is that we are getting a new weapon, so of course the title is an existing weapon for Guardian Games, but Bungie are adding a new kinetic scout rifle. And this is called the Taraxipos, or Taraxipos, not really sure how you say it, but it's a kinetic lightweight frame scout. And it gets the classy contender origin trait, where final blows with the weapon grant class ability energy. And it also sees Omolon fluid dynamics as it's from that foundry. But in terms of other traits, in the first slot it can roll no distractions, outlaw, zen moment, 4th times the charm, moving target, offhand strike or gutshot straight, and then the second slot can get keep away, kill clip, as well as encore, focused fury, cascade point, hatchling, or explosive payload. So with it getting hatchling, it must actually be a strand weapon. It's simply listed as kinetic in the database. So there are a couple of decent rolls there potentially. Give us your thoughts on it down below, and of course we'll get access to it via the Guardian Games content. The Destiny Bulletin shared a bit of a roundup right here of some of the rewards, so we can see the icons for the 3 different armor sets. There's the Hunter's Aspiring Challenger set, Warlocks get the Resolute Champion set, and Titans the Enduring Conqueror set. And on top of that, there are unique class items for each class as always. There'll also be the title for the event. This is the first time Guardian Games comes around since Bungie updated how events work, so the title's called Champ. And also we get a better look at the full ornament set right here for the armor. But it will also be the first time that Guardian Games gets an event card, so this says that the games has been updated with event challenges, a new seal, unique rewards and more, and we can play for free or upgrade our card and enjoy competition with even more unique prizes. So there will be an instantly claimable exotic emote and an exotic sparrow via that, plus an exotic ghost shell that we can earn. But that's if you get the upgraded card. And then looking at some of the objectives, the Guardian Games is likely to take a pretty similar form to what we've seen in the previous year. So there are different cards to get medallions, and as always there'll be platinum and contender cards, including objectives in Lost Sectors, higher difficulty season activities, and then they've added one for Neptune, so presumably that will require objectives on Neomuna, but also there's raids, nightfalls, trials, gambit, PvP options, and a couple of others. And on top of that, we can expect to see a bunch of cosmetic items, some of which will be sold in Eververse, but overall it'll be a pretty similar Guardian Games experience to last time, just with a few of the updates that Bungie have added to season events since then. So give us your thoughts on that, the weapon, the new ornaments, and cosmetic items that we're able to see. And I believe the start date for Guardian Games is set for the 2nd of May, but Bungie no doubt will do an official reveal at some point in the near future. So share your thoughts in the comment section, but finally right here, something pretty interesting that's gone on over the past few days. And this relates to leaks about Season 21, which Bungie are near enough confirming as true, while identifying exactly how these leaks have got out. So the Destiny 2 team on Twitter said, "Community interaction and engagement is central to Bungie and our games. And for years, we've invited creators and other members of the community to confidential summits to provide feedback on the future of Destiny, which is a beloved part of the process, but relies heavily on trust. And breaches of this trust could result in our inability to hold more summits, and we take breaches extremely seriously and are taking actions to reinforce our policies with those invited to internal meetings." And they finished by saying, "Our security and legal teams have reviewed irrefutable evidence, including video recordings, verified messages, and images demonstrating a pattern over time that confirm the same individual shared confidential information from Bungie summits spanning multiple years. We're very disappointed to have learned this information and wish that things had gone differently with this person. We do not take these actions lightly and are confident in our decision, and this is our final communication on the matter." So Bungie haven't specified who the individual is, but essentially as far as they're concerned, they've got enough evidence to confirm that a specific content creator actually was able to preview certain content coming up, and they're saying that they've subsequently leaked information about future Destiny stuff. There's been a bit of conversation about this in the community. Right here, I don't want to talk really about who that individual is supposed to be, but it's pretty wild that someone who makes Destiny content, and that's probably their living, would go ahead and leak stuff from a Bungie summit. Bungie have suggested that this has gone on over multiple years, so it hasn't only happened once, but several times over a period. And so perhaps Bungie will think about how they do things differently in future. As far as I understand it, the individual they're referencing has actually been banned from Destiny 2. Kind of difficult for me to get my head around what the motivation would be for actually leaking information like that, especially given that it has to be anonymous, right? I can't personally understand why anyone would do it. I also, of course, can't verify who did it and whether it's actually true, but this is based purely on what Bungie have said in response to it. So pretty crazy stuff, and share your thoughts about it down below. But again, for any of those leaks that you may have seen, they're pretty much confirmed to be real at this point, which is crazy. So give us your thoughts in the comment section, guys, but for today, that's everything we have to speak about in the video. So as always, I hope you've enjoyed this one, and if you have, a rating below really does help us out on the channel. Also, feel free to get subscribed to the channel so I can keep you posted with more Destiny content. Plus, if you do want to show your support on the channel, we have a new range of Houndish socks, including the awesome day socks, some Boss Stomper socks, which are kind of exotic boot-themed socks, I suppose, which is pretty cool. And this is set up in partnership with FreeK USA, so if you guys do enjoy the content and you want to show your support this way, picking up any of those makes a massive difference to me right here on the channel, so I really do appreciate it, and the link is down below. But otherwise, as always, thank you for tuning in, and I hope you guys have an awesome day.